Hello everyone, this is a review of the Headphone by Bragi. I've had these headphones for about a week now, and I want to come back with kind of feedback of what I thought of them. I'll go over four main areas. I'll go over the fit and comfort of them, the connectivity, Bluetooth specifically, how good it sounds, and also how good the battery life is. So I think with all those four, you probably get a better idea of whether you should buy these or not. My recommendation overall is, if you're looking for a completely wireless experience for headphones, which I think personally is awesome, I would definitely recommend these. Right, they're not the greatest sounding headphones. They're not the most comfortable headphones. There's probably headphones that look a little cooler. But overall, I think when you put everything together, everything is good to acceptable. But the fact that it has no wires makes it a definite buy in my book. So let's go over some of the features and the fit and comfort. I think you can see how small these are. Very, very tiny headphones. They fit in your ear canal. I'm used to wearing headphones over the ear, so my ears did experience a little ear fatigue within the hour. I would say using them about a week, they started to get a little better as I used them more and more. But overall, they stayed in my ear. They didn't fall out, which is a big concern. Obviously, when you have no wire, that you might lose them. They don't move once they're in your ear. These Comply phone tips are very good at isolating the sound. You don't hear too much outside noise, which helps because I'll go over this more in the sound quality, but these don't get that loud. But the fact that it blocks out outside noise helps out quite a bit. So overall, for fit and comfort, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely the Bose Sound Sport, for instance, are a lot more comfortable, but they sit on top of your ear rather than in your ear. They don't isolate the sound as well. But again, I could wear those for hours without any ear fatigue. These, within an hour, I probably have to start thinking about taking them out. But again, everyone's ears are different and everyone's purpose is different. So, my recommendation is that they're still pretty comfortable and they still fit pretty well. As far as connectivity is concerned, these are a lot better than the Dash. I heard a lot of complaints about the Dash losing connectivity even when your phone's in your pocket. I tested these out at about 40 feet, up to 40 feet, and they still have pretty decent range. They never cut out. So for purposes of listening to music, for instance, when you're always going to have your phone with you anyways, there's going to be no concern here. I would give the connectivity about a 9 out of 10. I didn't have any dropouts since I've owned these for about a week. Bluetooth pairing is quite easy. You hit this button down here. You hold it down. It connects to your phone. You'll hear an audible chime, and then you're ready to go. As far as sound quality goes, the Comply tips help with isolating outside noise, so you do hear more of the actual sound from the headphones, which helps improve the sound quality. I would give the sound quality overall probably a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10. The Bose Sound Sport sound better than these. The Apple headphones that come with it don't have as much bass as these. These sound more bass heavy, which to me is a good thing if you like bassier music. But the highs and the mids in the Apple is a little sharper than these. These sound a bit muffled. Sound quality is not the greatest, but again, it's better than, I would say, the stock Apple headphones. That's all I was personally really looking for because in a wireless headphone, you can't be expecting way too much. One of my complaints is the buttons on here are extremely small, as you can see. You pretty much have to use your finger and it'll push them down. The volume up, volume down, which are these two buttons right here, are pretty easy to use. But any double click gesture is extremely difficult. Double clicking to skip tracks or to go back in tracks, I found it never really worked. Every time I was pushing on these, they would go further in my ear canal, making it uncomfortable to wear. So I usually just ended up pulling out my iPhone and using the thing on there. So, if you're looking for on headphone features, keys, then this doesn't do that great of a job. But overall, not a deal breaker in my book. Sound quality is still pretty good, especially when you put these Comply foam tips in. It's pretty good. Volume wise, I would say most of the time I had it up 3/4 of the way. They're not super loud. They're probably equivalent to the Bose, maybe a little less loud than the Bose, not nearly as loud as the Apple headphones or, for instance, the Beats. Um, but I don't listen to music too loud, so for me, it wasn't too big of a deal. Um, they got loud enough for me. As far as charging is concerned, a few things to note over here. You can see there's some magnets here on the bottom of both of these. That helps it stick to the carrying case. And then it charges with the surface metal here against the charger. It takes about an hour and a half to charge it fully, and it lasts about 6 hours. I think in practical experience, I've charged it once fully, and I got about 5.5 hours of use. So pretty much on par with specs. One thing I did not like was when you, for instance, put these in the cradle. You can hear it clicks there magnet-wise. The left one, it sat fine. The right one, you would have to actually push it down. You see how it went down a little? You have to push it down so that the contacts contact each other. And then it starts charging, and the light will come on and charge. The left one was fine. For some reason, the right one wasn't. I think it has something to do with the comply tips that are in here. There's not enough clearance on the bottom of the case for it to make full contact without you pushing down on it. So just keep that in mind, because the first time I charged it, I noticed only one was charging, not the other. And I had to push this down to get it fully charged. This case itself does not have a battery, so it does not charge without the wire. So you have to have it plugged in to the wall for it to charge. I think 6 hours on a Bluetooth wireless headphone is very good. That's one of the main reasons I went with the Bragi. So overall, for a completely wireless experience, I think the headphone is definitely a buy rather than a return. I will definitely be keeping these. I think retail right now it's about $150, which I think is a decent price. It's about the same price as the Bose SoundSport or the Jaybird X3s. They don't sound nearly as good as those, but just for the fact of not having to have a wire around me while using it, I think that itself is worth the $150. If you can find it on sale, it's definitely even a better buy. If you have any questions, just let me know on the comments below.